we are doing something that the Buddha always wanted us to do. So being born, most of us being born into Buddhist families, we are severely disadvantaged. It's a big disadvantage of that because the essence of what the Buddha said is mostly not available. I find that people of other faiths, especially other countries, when they're interested in Buddhism, they get there faster than the born Buddhist. Because 2,600 years later, a lot of things, rituals, theories, practices have clouded the original teachings. And we are brainwashed from small age. So it is only very recently that I discovered what the Buddha really said. For a long time, I thought enlightenment was such a hard, difficult thing that this birth we can only put a foundation and that's it. There's a lot of confusion about the heart of the matter, which is the delusion. There is no self. None of those could I understand because it was not available in the normal access that we have for finding what the Buddha said. So in order to find what the Buddha said, I had to look to see what do foreigners look for, what do non-Buddhists look for. And that is the way I got to Buddhism. And I think, and I believe, and this is what I tell at least my students at Dhamma school, you are a Buddhist on paper, it says on your birth certificate. If you really want to know what it means, then you have to practice the Buddha's way. So what was the Buddha's way? It's quite simple, very straightforward. And the very first verses that we come across talks about it. So today we stopped at the Namo Tassa. Usually we go on to Itipiso, Swakwato, and Supatipanno, the three are the most common verses after Namo Tassa and the Panchil. Swakwato, it summarizes what the teaching can do. It says the results are immediate. It says you have to go on the path by your own interest because you want to. And it says if you go on the path, the results are guaranteed because it has been put so good in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. And it says, this is the most confused part to most. The Buddha said, any person with average intelligence can get enlightened. And that is possibly why we are not getting enlightened. Because if you really look at it, what is required to get enlightened? You just need to want it. That's all. When I think of the 7 billion population of this world, average by definition is 3.5 billion. So 3.5 billion people, including you and I, can live enlightened. But why are we not? Because we don't want to. So I always like to remind people that how fortunate we are. In the Mangala Sutra, the Buddha describes 38 blessings in life. One is Popeta Kata Punyatam, therapy, the fact that you are already blessed. You already have a lot of merit. So if you take all of us who are here today, we have everything that is required to get enlightened. At the end of the Satara Satipatthana Sutra, the Buddha says, you only need 7 days if you are really serious. If not, 7 years. That's still not bad. So this is what we are trying to do. And I was always curious, what did he mean by 7 days? What is it that we need to do? It seems to be that it's all hinged on one concept. Sati Sampadan. Clear comprehension. Having clarity and awareness of what is the body doing, what is the mind doing. This will also help us to understand who am I. If you haven't understood some concepts of Buddhism, it's possibly because we didn't hear it in the manner that the Buddha would have put it across. Because he would have put it across very simply. That was his uniqueness as a teacher. If a little child like Sopapa understood it, if a garbage collector who has had no formal education understood it, if a serial killer who was bent on destroying the world understood it, I mean, human beings who are more or less quite disciplined in the faith, if we can understand something, then it possibly not be explained simply enough. That's the only conclusion. So I was thinking about because when I look at myself, when I think of myself, I am pretty sure that there is a me. So where is this translation? So thankfully, we are in a time when the Dhamma is being explained, at least like we have never heard it before. If you look at our individual lifestyles, the recent past, almost every relative tale is going at it in an incredibly profound yet simple manner. And what I have understood now is there are three things happening here. There is a body that helps me identify myself. There's a mind that helps me identify self. And the funny thing is, I think all of you have experienced it. How many of you have experienced it? That you can watch your body. You all can watch your body then. Yes. Can you watch your mind? Yes. How do you know? All of you know. Even children know this. If you ask a child, do you know when you are angry? Many children ask if they've done this, that's why I'm telling you. Not all have asked this from 13, 14-year-olds. Not all. Most of them say, yes, I know when I'm angry. I ask them, do you know when you are sad? And they say, yes, I know when I'm sad. Then I ask them, do you know when you are in fear or when you are worried? Again, most of them say, yes, I know. When I ask this from adults, so far, every adult I have asked has told me, I know. How do you know? You know because you can feel your mind. Do you know when you are tired? Do you know when you are sleepy? Do you know when you are hungry? If you do, you can see your body. Know when you are angry, if you know when you are sad, if you know when you are worried and in fear, you can feel your mind. And that got me thinking, if I can see the body and if I can see the mind, then who am I doing the seeing? Because in order to see something, it has to be outside, isn't it? So then that gave me an indication. If I can see the body, then I can't be the body because I can see it. If I can see the mind, then perhaps I am not the mind because I can see it. It's observable. Then what am I? The answer I have so far is I am just a consciousness, just an awareness. And I was quite happy in a couple of sermons I listened to monks out of this country, in other countries, Burma, Myanmar, Thailand, people who have come from the West and got ordained. They were also saying similar things. Like, okay, maybe this is not as hard as I thought. Maybe they are overthinking this. Maybe this is quite straightforward actually. Because we know that there is an awareness. What is this awareness? When you wake up in the morning, there is a small place where you know that now you are awake. That is your awareness. You're conscious. When you go to sleep in the night, there is that small time and space where you know you want to sleep. And after that, you don't know what happened. Because beyond that point, you are sleeping. and you are not aware anymore. So you all know it. What is that awareness? What is that consciousness? That is possibly the only thing you can refer to. That is what is watching the body and the mind. So of course the consciousness is part of the mind, being Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vinyana. The consciousness is what we refer to as Vinyana, awareness. But at a very simple level, there's the body, there's the mind, and there's awareness. I think everybody gets that right. Or is everybody okay with that? There's an awareness. And how do we know? We know because when the body is trying to tell us something, we know, we are aware that the body is now this, the body is now that. For example, you are sitting and for a moment, if you pay attention, you close your eyes and just be aware that you are sitting. You can do that. You are conscious of your body posture. You can do that, right? Do you know that it's called Kayanupasana? When it's put across like that, you are like, really? Not cool enough. But that's it. Being aware of your posture. Problem is how we are programmed. The programming is to be not aware, to go about on autopilot. Why is this? Now, I don't want to offend anyone who believes in a greater power. I am absolutely not an expert to talk about it. But what it seems to show that if you look at natural selection, why we are this particular design seems to be, when you really investigate it from a biological and sociological point of view, natural selection has programmed us to be unconscious, to be on autopilot all the time, because that is the only way we will do many things. And one thing that natural selection wanted was for us to reproduce. Out of the many things we'll do, it is guaranteed that we'll also reproduce in the process. And that is all that nature is interested in. This is why, if you take the female species of any species, after a certain age of being able to reproduce, when you are no longer useful, nature pulls the blood completely, throws you to the doors. Why? It has no use on you. So we are caught in a trap, evolutionary trap, bent on reproducing the best species that is capable of continuing the species. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the purpose of the life. This is not your agenda. You didn't select this. This has been given to you. And we happily oblige. This program is therefore designed to keep you in illusion. A Buddha is called a person who awakened from this illusion. Later on, the term Buddha got used to identify with the Sama Sambodhi. But originally, the word was used to anyone who got enlightened to identify with the fact that you are not conscious of an enslavement, default enslavement, a natural process that has no soul, no entity. It's a process. It has perfected itself to a great extent. Study biology. There are many doctors here. It's an amazing process. And this is why the Buddha said, if you understand this body, if you understand this mind, you understand the universe. Because this program of deception, it's amazing. Most of us know this, but we still love the deception. And why is that? It's habit. It's habit. Whatever your age is, 50, 60, 70, 80, doesn't matter. That many years of practice, of enjoying the deception. There are a lot of contradictions in the program, and human beings are the only species that we know, with all respect to other species that we don't know in the universe. Human beings evolved to have a brain component that no other being on this planet at least seems to have. The ability to get awakened, the ability to understand this enslavement and to feel like this is not working. This is not working. The programming that we are all in, the pursuit of sensual pleasure, has built-in contradictions. But the desire for that pleasure is so strong, we overlook the contradictions. One contradiction is, the more you seek sensual pleasures, the more unhappy. How many of us have really understood this? And this is by design. This is by design. The more you seek sensual pleasures, the more utterly unhappy you become. Natural selection wanted it this way. Because if you seek a sensual pleasure and if you find contentment, you will not seek it again. Everybody will have everything just once. You'll have ice cream once. Let me not list other things you have only once, but you get the gist of it. And that will not help you very well. Natural selection is more related to that. So I will not go into the details. Sensual pleasure definitely and guaranteedly gives you unhappiness. We all know this. It's part of the design, it's part of the program. The more you indulge, the more you want it. Look around you. What do you see? Computer games, video games, any social media that all of us love. You don't feel the hunger. It's so addictive. But do you feel peaceful and sensation afterwards? You feel terrible afterwards. You feel really terrible afterwards. Same goes, whatever your indulgence is, if you like sweets, you will indulge and you feel terrible after. If you like to sleep, you will indulge and you feel terrible after. Whatever it is that you like and you like to indulge, you feel terrible afterwards. And that is by design. The program is meant to be like, but still we seek it. We think sensual pleasures are the best. What is going on here? Again, it is part of the programming, part of the what is really going on? It is not part of the program. Investigating what is going on in your mind and body is not part of the program. So you have to start doing it. And you have to keep doing it. This is why the Buddha said you need virya. You need effort. You need effort because it's not programmed, it's not natural to the current program. The current program is meant to enslave you. But natural selection also evolved into giving you the brain component, the prefrontal cortex. You can use it if you want to. This is where I come back to therapy. Ubeta katapunyata. Those of you who are here today, you have chosen to want this. After a long time in my life, I finally understood what therapy is really about. Therapy is really about wanting to do this, wanting to practice Satara Satipatthana and nothing else. Being born a Buddhist is not therapy. Being born in the time that the Buddha word is available is not therapy. Being born, saying the dharmas, offering the flowers, observing still, all of these are preparations only, preparing you for the Satipatthana. And this is why I think we want to put it in Sri Lanka. It's rather than being because you will spend your entire life preparing and doing nothing else. You will never step foot on the path. Always preparation on. We are so good at reciting, so good at clearing. Some of the best Abhidharma classes are in this country. Have you heard Sri Lanka to be good at Satipatthana? No. The best Satipatthana is in Thailand, Myanmar, Tibet. Whatever question should be better because it's the path. Definitely better than the preparation. So those of you who chose to spend a day of Satipatthana, you are truly having therapy. The way to look at life is Every in the morning, sunrise. Reading a lot about Satipatthana and trying to understand what did the Buddha mean when he said 7 days and you are enlightened, boom. I don't know whether boom happens, but so what do you do in these 7 days? We are going to do in these 7 days what we are going to do here. The first thing is wanting it, wanting to practice. The second thing is put in the effort to keep wanting. So that is why Dr. Manori and I felt we should title this. This is a step towards building a daily practice. A daily practice of clear comprehension. So what is clear comprehension? If you just look at just a minute ago, what were you doing if you remember? Your hands were doing something, either fiddling or touching or something. And mostly we don't know that the hands were doing that. Clear comprehension is to know. Again, don't beat up yourself. Having spent years and years of not knowing, this is a practice, a habit we have to form. This is how we start overriding the program. The default program that we are born with has this part as well, to be not aware, to be not conscious, to be on autopilot. So clear comprehension needs effort. What kind of effort? Skillful effort. Because some effort leaves us feeling very angry and agitated, dissatisfied with ourselves. It is all about loving compassion. Compassion for this person who is you. Understanding that we have got caught to the greatest scheme ever in the universe, greatest scam, nature scam. So everything we indulge in, we'll continue to indulge. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to stop it. Suppression is not the way. Suppression is suppressing it. That is what 6,000 of the speakers of the truth, they got misdirected. They understood the problem. They all understood the problem. They got misdirected in the solution. They thought suppressing, not eating, not sleeping, not doing this, that, or the other. Suffering. Bring on the pain. Take away the need for and human beings being resilient, they started building a resilience for pain, a resilience for discomfort. And they got really, really good at it. But that was not what was required. What was required was just compassion for yourself. Laughing it out and say, oh, I got caught in the biggest scam of the universe. And it's okay. I mean, we get caught to minor scams of human beings. Why not the biggest scam of the universe? Well, it's okay. Can anyone of you say you didn't get hoodwinked by something? You did, right? Just another human being. So why not the big scam of the universe? So it's about compassion, it's about laughing at it whenever you realize, oh, I got carried away, I forgot myself. And no need to suppress it. If you like ice cream, please enjoy your ice cream. Enlightened beings. There are enlightened beings today. We don't know who they are. But I can be pretty sure they like the ice cream. At least, let's think so. Suppression is not the way. Let's just keep it at that. Then how do these people get to that point? When they realize there's no value in this. Right now, we value them with utter sincerity. We are utterly sincere in valuing this. How will we realize there's no value in them? I don't know. I suspect you don't know either. So let us find out. These tools of Sattara Satipatthana is to realize gradually that there is no value in this. Because we believe there is value, we are enslaved. We are doing this to ourselves. It's nice to blame natural selection. It's nice to blame your mother. All of us at some point blamed our mother. I don't know why fathers are always off the hook, but that's how it is. And remember, we call it Mother Nature. Anyway, not to worry. So how do we start? We start where we know, where we understand. What do we know? What do we understand? We understand there is a body. We understand there is a mind. And we understand we are conscious. And that is a good place to start. Technically, this whole thing is about being conscious for 7 days. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be awake for 7 days. The body has 4 postures: sitting, standing, walking, lying down. And the Buddha clearly says, when you lie down, you know that you are lying down. You know you are falling asleep. Come on, we all know this. Don't look like this is not hard at all. When we lie down in the bed, we feel sleepy, we feel drugged. That drugged, sleepy. Next thing you know, lights out in the head. Just knowing that. We don't know that the light is there, but we know when you are getting there. That's all. And then when you are awake the next day, you know you are awake. And trying to stay awake. Trying to keep that awareness. Because unfortunately, that awareness, we are not in the habit of keeping that awareness. That's all. Just being aware. Now that is hard. Of course it is hard. I have no idea how that child Sopaka did it. Probably not this way. No idea how Savita did it. Probably not this way. No idea how the serial killer did it. But they had the greatest teacher. And he probably told them something that was so remarkable just for them, so unique just for them. It was like that monk who was rubbing a piece of white cloth, Rajoharan, and next moment, boom, right? Now, since we don't have that good luck, we have to do it this way. So today I will share with you all the tools that is available. And you can pick and choose which ones you want. Some of you will want to do it all. Some of you will think one or two is good enough. And that's fine. It's all about what will help you to keep the awareness. That is all. And it's all about compassion. When you lose the awareness, when you get distracted, when you realize you have got distracted, you just laugh it off. Oh, old habits. Well, here is new habit 101. Come on, new habit. Let's observe. Yeah. Just keep doing this. Just keep doing this. And you have already started rewiring yourself. Rewiring yourself. Baby steps. Baby steps is always the way. All right, that is all we are going to do today. Just that awareness. Keep the awareness. And where do we get distracted? Past memories come flooding. Imagination about the future. What do we imagine? What I'm going to do after this program. I have not only imagined it, I have planned it out. We have a plan. So, one way to help this practice, Ajahn Brahmanshapero said this once, the sun rises in the morning and the sun sets in the evening. Do we rejoice when the sun rises? Do we cry when the sun goes down? No. But birth and death is also like that. But we rejoice when a person is born, and we cry when a person passes away. I know many people who passed away in their late 90s, and I was sad. Today, the world is in sadness for passing away of a lovely 96-year-old. This is the enslavement. This is how we see our own lives. We know others pass away. But for some reason, we find it very hard to accept that I will pass away, the people I love will pass away. But the sun will rise and the sun will set. So, what Ajahn Brahmanshapero recommended was think of every day as in the morning, as you wake up, as you are aware, oh, I am home. In the night, as you lie down to sleep, I am ready to die. Today is dead. If this agitates you, scares you, it did for me. It scared me. Even to think of death, it was scary. Then you get used to it. So, again, if that is not your thing, these are just tools I'm sharing, okay? If that is not your thing and if that gets you into anxiety and blah, blah, then don't do it. You have to figure out what works for you. But if you can do this for the rest of your living days, every day I am born, and in the evening I die. And if you can think of the rest of your living days as your sansar and the number of lives you need to get enlightenment. And then if you think all the days that you spent not invested in this as your previous birth that we have spent not invested in this. Maybe we have, but maybe not enough. Just like our previous days in this life. Yes, of course, we have done things to stay on the path, but maybe not seriously enough, maybe not committed enough. So if you can think, because the past is gone, there's no point in it. But if you can think the rest of your days as the rest of your lives in this samsara that is required to get enlightenment. Every day that is gone, remember another life. This is how we will go in this journey of samsara, unless we make a determined will to try this out. 7 days, that's all it takes. It doesn't mean you have to stop everything, because this Satara Satipatthana is a practice in daily life. Something you can do when you are doing everything else. It's about maintaining that awareness of what you're doing. And that's what we are going to try to do, to maintain the awareness. And each time you get distracted, be nice to yourself. Don't kick yourself, okay? Be nice. This is the guy or girl who is going to get enlightened. Don't kick them. Be nice to that person, you. Okay.